Meanwhile, back at the Batcave... Gage, tell me honestly, you're really the only guy that works here, right?
Oh, I didn't realise that I could look around here. I can't exactly move anywhere, but still. Oh. Anyway, we have a job to do. Let's start with the Mediterranean Sea. Why not? Okay, so we really have landed exactly where we left off. Just here. Okay, so is it daytime or is it nighttime? Because they
The
look like
inhabitants of the city were ingenious. See the series of concentric seawalls? It looks like they built a canal and a lock system to control the water level within the city. They've drained out the crater to expose more usable land. But if they're reclaiming land, why did they keep the water level high in the center?
I'm sure we will find out soon enough. Maybe it has something to do with, like, the canal system with locks, maybe? But anyway, yeah. Is it nighttime or is it daytime? It's looking very empty of people at the moment. But anyway, let's not hang around here. We have things that we
What
can
an
do.
incredible city. Quite a difference from the aquarium we saw on our last visit. Judging from the caldera crescent shape of this island, I would gather that it was once an active volcano. If Agent 3 was right, and this really was Atlantis, then it surpassed even the most fantastic legends of its existence.
Okay, so the one downside of not having the icons here is that Arthur will pipe up quite randomly sometimes. Aha, we do have an opening here.
We have a lot of ground to cover, so if you get stuck, we can always time jump to another environment. Don't fret. I'll log the precise coordinates so when you choose to return, we'll appear exactly on the spot where we left.
Igor, pull the first lever.
I don't think there is too much jumping back and forth in this game. I think a lot of this is self-contained to each area.
I need a lever that won't drive me crazy.
It seems pretty straightforward that these gears go here. Why aren't you speaking, Arthur?
Figuring out what all these gears do will be like looking for a needle in a place where you wouldn't normally find needles, like a balloon factory, or a bakery, or a cheese shop. Can I start this over?
Alright, Arthur. This one's pretty obvious.
Few more turns, Gage. Heave! Put your back into it, laddie. Another trapdoor. Looks like the only exit. Unless you want to jump out the window.
Well, exactly, why are we messing around up here? I'll just step right over this. The stairs should still be intact.
I want you to watch this spiraling staircase. You're getting sleepy. Now repeat after me. Arthur is always right. I owe it all to Arthur. Whoa, stop, Gage. That must be the keeper of the windmill. Since you don't have any Atlantean guises in your chameleon database, it might be wise to meet him later. Let's find another way around. Gage, you can't walk up to that person. If someone sees you in your futuristic Turtle Boy suit, it might change history. Let's find someone who's not paying attention and capture their guise with your chameleon device.
And we can't get close enough to actually capture his image. So it looks like we will have to go back up and turn the windmill around like we were doing before. But I guess this time there's a purpose towards it. It seems like we will be going out the window this time. I believe that there is actually a purpose for this. Oh, and here we go.
The first description of Atlantis in literature was from Plato in a series of discussions from his works Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopia that existed somewhere in the Western Ocean. It was never known whether Plato was actually describing the fabled lost continent or fabricating an elaborate concept to help prove an argument, as he was known to do. We shouldn't stand here for too long. From up here, we're likely to be seen. Oh, hi down there. Who, us? Just a couple of windmill repairmen doing their job. Gage, quick, show 'em your butt crack. Anyway, we should find a guys quickly before we really are spotted.
Maybe. I believe from this distance, we'll probably just look like someone wearing armor and a helmet. But these people seem to be a little bit closer.
Go on, Gage. Take a flying leap.
Maybe not a leap. I don't really want to die just yet.
Remember, don't look down. I told you not to look down. Now you better use the umbrella.
Okay, I believe we have two ways we can go. We have a boat mast just here, which I believe we can actually climb up and down. And I also believe we can climb up and down here as well. I don't think it really matters which. But this way is actually closer, so there's no point really going straight across.
Those large earthenware containers strewn about the docks are called pithoi. Bronze Age Mediterranean cultures used them to hold liquids like oil and wine. When full, they would be incredibly heavy, which is why I assume they have the loading crane. And when you need a crane to unload your booze, it's time to admit you have a problem. I'm fairly certain that the dock ship is of Egyptian make. What would it be doing here so far from home?
I guess we will find out soon enough. Oh.
Coins for a blind beggar.
It's pretty lucky that the first person we meet is blind.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Nasty weather? That's strange. Even a cautious weatherman would tell you that today is a parasailing day.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice, actually.
I'm sorry, I would have to disagree.
Really? I could have sworn I felt a star moving in. Well then, in that case, I think I'll stay here and get some rest.
That seemed a little bit off.
Coins for a blind beggar.
Anyway, we have a disguise. We may as well use it.
Avast, ye landlubbers. Ye face Arthur the Terrible and Blackwood the mildly terrible but still righteous mom. Strike ye colors and prepare to be boarded.
Don't mind me, I'm feeling particularly naughty today.
Okay, so it looks like there's...
Captain's log, star date 1262 BC. On a routine expedition, we've stumbled upon a strange Atlantean vessel with no crew. I'm hoping to rescue a naive alien mermaid shackled within the brig of this ship.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some hieroglyphics here. I'll move somewhere where we can actually get a better look at it momentarily.
Hey, I'm always good for a gaff. What's a gaff, you ask?
According to the Book of Webster, chapter 5, verse 4, a spear or pole topped with a curved hook.
In my dictionary, it's a useful thing to have in one's inventory.
Luffy, what kind of cruise ship is this? No skipper, no Marianne, no professor? Probably no shuffleboard or holes in the hull. I'm leaving.
Yeah, we can actually go up and down this mast, but we're not going to do that. There's no real purpose for it.
Look at that cloth. This ship must have been hauling silk, among other cargo.
There's definitely an ancient Egyptian motif to this boat.
The writings on the sail on the back of that docked boat tell me it's Egyptian. Let's see, I think it reads, "My other ship is a barge?"
Hi!
Yes? A few coins for a blind old beggar?
Oh, right. Right, coins. Is there not something you wish to say?
We could say thank you, but it'd be funnier just to say nothing.
No.
No, that's not... That is to say... Fear you are not whom I was expecting.
I must go now.
Very well, then.
He's a cagey fellow, but I guess being locked up will do that. Still, he seems to be waiting for someone in particular.
I know that he only gave us, from what it looked like, 2 or 3 coins, but I believe it's an infinite supply. Which is quite handy because we're going to need to use some of it. And
It almost looks like he's waiting for a passenger. Maybe the guy is some sort of ferryman. If so, he must know the lay of the land.
Okay, in future I'm going to wait a couple of seconds before I start speaking, as I feel like I'm going to interrupt Arthur quite a lot if I don't. As I was saying, we are still in the first area of what seems to be Atlantis, and we already have 3 holograms.
No, not this time. Look, I have to make a living too, you know. Try your luck with someone else.
There are no other ferrymen at this dock.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to wait for one.
So it seems like this beggar actually has a reputation. I suppose we could give him a coin, but seeing as we have 2 more disguises, let's head back and speak to these other people, and then we'll head out to a new area. I'm guessing the beggar won't really notice, as we will still have the same voice of Arthur. But we'll just double check.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Yeah, I believe his dialogue is going to be the same no matter what.
Thank you, friend. Looks like nasty weather.
It would seem so, yes.
Well then, perhaps you had better move indoors. You would not want to be caught in the rain.
Okay. He is definitely expecting a specific answer. Actually, before we go that way...
Sorry, Gage. You can't approach someone with their guise.
Just in case anyone asks.
Do not frown upon me with those eyes. If we were in my country, it is you who would be the prisoner.
Nice.
So, what country are you from?
I hail from the proud and strong land of Egypt, the land of pharaohs.
Why are you tied up?
You ask me? It was your ship that attacked, unprovoked, and brought us here. If it were my choice, we would be far from this miserable little island by now.
I can see that you don't want to be disturbed. I'll go now.
Praise Osiris! Some peace at last.
Okay, we're done here. And for the moment, I'm going to pose as the captain. I don't really know what's going to be more suspicious. Us posing as a blind man walking around the place, or us posing as a prisoner walking around the place who's apparently all tied up at the moment. There's going to be some going back and forth. I will start cutting and pasting the further we get into this.
Oh, where can I take you?
But for now, let's enjoy the journey.
The temple.
That'll be 10 dromoi. I am Kashani, but everyone calls me Kasha. You must be the captain of the boat they captured just this morning. I know how you feel. I am a victim too. The Atlanteans captured anyone that passes by. Now the Atlanteans have kept their city secret for over 1,000 years. Whenever a ship passes too close, they capture it and they force the crew to live here as second-class citizens. No one is allowed to leave. The rules are very strict. Okay, this is it. Hey, have a good day now.
I know there's someone at the windmill, but we've discovered that part of the legacy is most likely in the temple area. So we're going to explore here first. And it seems like we're just across the way from... we're not far from where we started. Actually, it looks like we are, because that looks like the windmill just here. Anyway, let's continue on with the plot.
No second-class citizens in the temple.
Gage, you like movies about gladiators? So why aren't second-class citizens allowed in?
By decree of the Templars.
Who is allowed into the temple?
Only native Atlantean citizens making deliveries or possessing a gold temple medallion may enter.
What kind of things get delivered to the temple?
Anything the Templars have need of. Today, deliveries are expected from the olive oil and potter shops.
So it looks like we actually have a couple of ways of getting in.
What medallion?
A gold medallion bearing the seal of the temple. How do you expect to gain entry without one?
Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day.
Oh, I missed some Arthur dialogue. Okay, let's try with a native Atlantean. Surely we should get through with him.
Padros, you blaspheme the order, and you have the nerve to come crawling back? If you set foot in the temple, they will not likely be so merciful this time. Now be gone with you, old man.
Okay, I guess that explains a couple of things. And one more for good luck. I expect we'll get the same response, but at the same time we might get Arthur's response as well.
No second-class citizens in the temple.
This guard is protecting a lock. Sort of a water elevator for boats, so they can get from one level of the canals to the next. It looks like we need to use this one to get up to the reservoir around the temple.
It looks like we do, but first we need to actually get in there. So we need to look into deliveries or a medallion.
Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day.
Or maybe both. We are not done exploring yet.
Oh, sorry. I'm waiting for someone. Please find another ferry.
Wait.
No, not this time. Look, I have to make a living too, you know. Try your luck with someone else.
I'll pay back what I owe you.
I see the wine and song of your festival has loosened pockets as well as tongues. Look, do yourself a favor, huh? Keep your money and try your luck with someone else, huh?
Oh wow.